Welcome back to Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. That's really hard to say for long. In the last episode, since it had been a bit, I reintroduced all my ducks, and now we are once again returned to watching the newest duck, Screamer, until something interesting happens. The usual new interesting thing that happens is a new duck will spawn, but the duck timer, I can't decide if it's going slower with each new duck or not, but it definitely, there's time between ducks happening. So Screamer can be the center of attention for now. For, 20 more seconds. This is probably like a specific Rockstar's makeup, but I don't know well enough to be sure between, like, I don't know, Kiss, Alice Cooper, a lot of goth. It just kind of felt somewhere in that vicinity, so I decided Screamer seemed good. And now we have a new duck who is polka dotted. Do I already have a duck named Polka Dots? Because if not, it's a good name for you. I don't think so. Polka Dots it is. Polka Dotty. Then she can be Dotty for short. Or Polka. Or Po. Or T. I don't know, I'm just saying things. That's kind of how this game always ends up being. There's not a lot going on, so I just end up saying things, and sometimes when I'm just saying things get really weird. Like, I have improv training, not a lot, but I have some improv training, so it's not that I will run out of things to say, but when I'm not really paying attention to what I'm saying, things get weird often. I wonder how many spots are on Polka Dotty. I don't think I want to try and count them, in part because I think there's some under the water and I can't rotate my camera under. It only barely lets me rotate above, so I can't count those ones, but that's fine. It's given me a fair few primarily black and white ducks recently. Specifically, I'm meaning Polka Dotty, Obsidian, and Screamer, all of whom are mostly, if not exclusively, black and white. Obsidian has a orange beak, but I'm not counting that in terms of being quote-unquote exclusively black and white, though I realize that technically Obsidian doesn't count for that. But shh, it's fine. Yeah. So I've been recording a bunch of videos lately, like so many videos. I'm trying, if I can, it's gonna not work, but I'm trying to get through at least the first 6 months of the year before the end of the first month of the year, which seems unlikely, but I am recording this one on the 28th of January, so I still have all the rest of the episodes of this to record. I haven't recorded any of the Shadows Over Loathing for this month yet, though the rest of this month is finished, and I've recorded very little for next month yet either, though one of them has been seen at a different point in at least one series has been seen at a different point this year already, so I did record all of that one. But yeah. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling. As I mentioned, that happens a lot in this game. But yeah, so I have... It's 7:31 a.m. right now. So I have... What? We have... Math. Why is that so hard for me to do? I was doing complicated math for an episode I recorded recently. You should have seen it by now. There is a Dragon Age episode that ended up fairly short because of a bug, a glitch. The game crashed, I think. Yeah, the game crashed. Sorry, I recorded that like 3 or 4 days ago, so I don't fully remember now. But I was doing math for most of that episode, and it was fairly complicated math. Meanwhile, I can't count. I've got 5 hours until noon. So then, that means 17 hours until tomorrow. And then once it's tomorrow, it will be the 29th, which means I'll have the full day of the 30th and the 31st after that. And the full day of the 29th. So, 3 days and a little less than 17 hours if I'm going to get these all recorded before the end of the month. Is it feasible? Probably not at this point, but that doesn't gonna stop me from trying. I don't know, I like being prepared in advance because it means that then I don't need to stress about getting videos out on extremely short notice, because like it was January already before I started recording any of the videos. Almost any of the videos for February. I technically had the Hollow Knights recorded prior to January starting, but otherwise it was... So some of those were fairly last minute, and I hate having to record things fairly last minute because I feel like I end up not having as good of commentary when I'm too busy stressing out about having to record a bunch more. You know? I don't know if that makes sense. But that's why I try and work fairly far ahead. Because then I can stress about it for fewer days of the year. You know? Oh, we got a new duck. Oh, you're Baja Blast colored. Baja Blast duck. I mean, it was that or estrogen, because my estrogen pills are basically that color too. But I think Baja Blast is a slightly more fun name. So Baja Blast. Cause yeah, Baja Blast is like in a weird space between blue and green. Like it's more blue than anything, or it's more green than anything. But it's not blue. And Baja Blast Duck kind of seems to reflect that. Why did I just get an achievement for? I don't remember how to check achievements right now, and it didn't actually give me a pop-up. I just heard the achievement noise. So I don't know what happened. Well, I still don't know. Okay, but serious question though, this was not always this pixelated, right? I'm not losing it? I can't zoom in close enough that y'all can see it well. And the light's not great right now anyway, never mind. But I'm pretty sure that the pattern on that guy changed. I have no evidence to support this. I just believe it. Hang on, I just realized my window's slightly crooked, and it shouldn't affect y'all's recording experience, but it is affecting my ability to see the full screen of the game, so